events that we have tonight at Tipperary. They're down at the start for the 650. It's the Coolmore Pride of Dubai Tipperary Stakes. It's a listed race over 5 furlongs, and all the money has been coming for the, well, Coolmore runner. It's actress for Aidan O'Brien, Shamie Heffernan, and of course we spoke about this in detail earlier on, Dave, so just get your thoughts very quickly and final thoughts on it, of it. Is it about these top two, the Royal Ascot runners?
It's going to be a boost for either the Albany, which was the 6 furlong race there, or the Queen Mary, at Royal Ascot, which now you're talking contested, and I had that slightly stronger form. Atrix was drawn away from the main action in the Albany, however, and was keen, so this drop back to 5 should be ideal for her. The market is now smashing her up, isn't it?
They are getting stuck into actress to play the part for Aidan O'Brien and Shamie Heffernan. Now you're talking now at 11-4. Wolf at Bagot Street 11-2, but 9's on the exchanges, Gary. Interesting to see. Do you see this as just a 2-horse race?
It's difficult to put a line through Wolf at Bagot Street altogether, guys. I think he's a horse who's going the right way, but by the same token, that Ascot form for the other two is well in advance of what he's achieved, you'd have to say, even though he did finish second to Murillo in a maiden here previously. It's early days. My gut feeling is that maybe possibly of the two fillies races, the Albany will turn out to be the stronger race overall. Having said that, really impressed by the winner of the Queen Mary Heartache, and now you're talking around a huge race, given that she was towards the back of the field soon after the start. But we've already seen Clemmy, stablemate of Actress, coming out of the Albany to win at the weekend, and well backed in doing so. Part of a big day for the O'Brien Yard on Sunday, so you can fully understand the money for Actress here, who of course had finished second to Alpha Centauri at Naas previously. Wolf at Bagot Street just needing the blindfold and assistance of a few of the handlers to go in, but all is well there now, it seems. Sirici, who also ran in the Queen Mary, will be the final one. She's obviously got a fair bit to find, but now you're talking. Let's go to Peter for the big race of the evening on the flat, the Tipperary Stakes.
And they're off. Breaking smartly in the centre, Sirici with the white face, Lynn's Memory close up, Actress, and now you're talking over towards the far side. Tucked in behind them, Wolf of Bagot Street, and also India Rain as they head on, having covered about a furlong and a half. Lynn's Memory in the centre, near side Sirici. Actress is over on the inside, just behind them towards the outer, the black and white colours of India Rain, Wolf of Bagot Street, and the red and black. Now you're talking, tracking them as they reach the junction of the courses. Lynn's Memory and Sirici, Actress over on the far side. Now you're talking just behind them. India Rain to the left, Wolf of Bagot Street is chasing them. Heading on now over a furlong and a half to race. Sirici over on the far side is Actress. Wolf of Bagot Street trying to challenge between horses. India Rain down the outside. Now you're talking over towards the far side. Spread across the track. Sirici, Actress. Now you're talking over on the far side. Less than 100 yards to race. Sirici on the stand side. Narrow leader. Sirici wins it from Actress. Now you're talking close for fourth. India Rain and Wolf of Bagot Street.
So a big turn up here. Sirici, who was well behind, now you're talking in the Queen Mary Stakes last time, has turned that around back here on home soil at odds of 14-1 for local trainer Fozzie Stack, who's having a fine first season since taking over the licence from father Tommy, and Chris Hayes in his first season as stable jockey as well. Notched up a couple of wins at Dundalk earlier on in the season, did Sirici, but seemed as though, based on her last couple of runs, as though perhaps, I don't know, it's early days to be pigeonholing these horses, but maybe her ceiling had been reached as far as her two-year-old career was concerned, but not a bit of it. She's battled on really gamely there to see off Actress, and now you're talking finished second and third. Wolf of Bagot Street just didn't have the clearest of runs at one stage. There were only 6 runners, but they were seriously tightly bunched, and Wolf of Bagot Street went for a gap in between the eventual winner and Lynn's Memory, which was certainly there at the time, but just with Actress coming across and Sirici edging slightly left, that closed. Whether Conor King had enough horse to go through, it's a moot point, and Wolf of Bagot Street didn't really pick up to any appreciable extent afterwards. But the winner's got a lovely way of going. She's a real trier by one of my favourite sires in Choisir, and she's, well, not similar to him in terms of physique. She's got a lot of similar sort of markings to Choisir, who's a chestnut with plenty of white about him, and that'll be a really, really popular result with local connections in the colours of Michael Slevin. Sirici, guys, has sprung a surprise.
Thanks, Gary. Number 6, Sirici wins at 14-1 for the Stacks, and Chris Hayes gets his 27th winner of the season. Second, number 2, Actress at 4-5, and in behind that we had Now You're Talking. We've highlighted the eventual winner here, Dave. And she got out pretty smartly, didn't she? And Gary mentioned about Choisir and the turn of foot and the similarities as a chestnut. But once she got to the front, she was very, very game, wasn't she?
Similarity with attitude, I think, as well. That bull-like attitude. I think that Gary's quite right there. Notable eye catchers here. India Rain is one that I might like to take out of this in the Moyglare colours. Really keen there, got no cover at all. Out of a dam that stayed a lot further. Too disheartened with that run. The 2 market leaders have emerged with every chance. I think Actress, you have to say, has had every single chance. At the start, Now You're Talking wasn't done too many favours when Morphle Baggett and that Actress came across her. And I just think that she's going to want to go back up in trip now. Although she has emerged with every chance, she's just had to get going that little bit too soon. It was all happening a bit quickly for her. I'll give her another chance. Actress, I think, has had her chances now. Whether she's got the ideal head carriage there, not so sure. Morphle Baggett Street, that was an interesting point that Gary made. Did he have the horse, Connor, to go through that gap? I like the way that he travelled. He was the only sort of colt in the race. And maybe slightly easier ground. There's a nice race in him, I think. So his muddling form, the filly that wanted it most has won. That would be my look at it.
Yeah, she definitely did. She has a very likeable attitude indeed, and Fozzie Stack would be delighted with that. Sirici turns around the Queen Mary form with Now You're Talking and puts up a pretty decent performance as well to land the listed race. Next race there is a Grade 3 hurdle. Of course, the Grimes hurdle will be back to Bellewstown before all of that for their 7:05. At the moment, though, at 11-8, Rashan is holding up solid in the market at 9-2. 4-1 rather, 9-2 then for Clondor Warrior. And 11-2, Kitten Rock has been nibbled at here as well. But we're going to get through this in full detail and get the full opinions of Dave Orton straight after the break. In this race for Willie Mullins.
An absolute cracker, isn't it? And tactically it's going to be fascinating. Each one of these runners has something about them. If Kitten Rock handles the ground and he lies up, he could be the one, I think, for Eddie O'Grady, who's won the race before. Ivan Grosny, last year's winner, he's got £9 more on his back. And at the weights, Clondor Warrior is the one the handicapper thinks will win. But Rashan, he's the one that figures to get the run of the race. It's a belter.
It is an absolute belter. Willie Mullins has won it the last 4 years with odds-on favourites. It's even money now, Gary, about Ivan Grosny.
And it looks as though he's going to bounce off in front, guys, and Clondor Warrior are going to keep close tabs on him. And Rashan towards the outer. Here we go.
Straight into the lead as they head up the far side to the first flight, going on a couple of lengths in front. Kitten Rock in second, the inside Clondor Warrior, Rashan close up in fourth. They're followed by Plint, Moonday Sun. Manila For You last but one, and bringing up the rear in the early stages is Thomas Edison as they clear the first. Out in front, Ivan Grosny has extended his lead to about 3 lengths. Kitten Rock shows second, disputing the third place. Clondor Warrior the inside of Rashan, a length and a half away to Plint. Moonday Sun next on the inside of Manila For You as they clear the second, and at the back Thomas Edison as they near the end of the back straight for the first time. Ivan Grosny in the lead for Ruby Walsh, leading by less than 3 lengths now, followed by his stable companion Clondor Warrior the inside, David Mullins just second. Kitten Rock on the outside third for Mark Walsh. They're followed around the top turn by Plint on the inside for Jody McGarvey. Alongside is Rashan and Sean Flanagan. Behind them the grey Moonday Sun, Keith Dunhill, the outside Manila For You and Niall Madden, and at the back as they head up the straight for the first time Thomas Edison. Under Dunamyler as they jump the first of the 2 flights in the straight. Ivan Grosny out in front. From Clondor Warrior the inside of Kitten Rock. They in turn followed by Plint, Rashan, Moonday Sun, the final pair Manila For You and Thomas Edison as they jump the flight in front of the stands. Ivan Grosny has increased his lead. Clondor Warrior a little awkward there. As they head up to pass the judge, Ivan Grosny has stretched on, best part of 8 lengths in front. Clondor Warrior second. Kitten Rock is in third, followed by Plint, the grey, Moonday Sun next, and the final trio. Thomas Edison the inside, the outside Manila For You, and they've relegated Rashan to be just about the back marker as they head away to flight number 5 on the side of the course. Ivan Grosny out in front. From Clondor Warrior, jumping in second. Kitten Rock is third, followed away from that flight by Moonday Sun and Plint together. Then Manila For You, Thomas Edison and Rashan as they make the turn into the back straight. Ivan Grozny out in front, leads by about 5 lengths. Clondalk Warrior second. Kitten Rock another 2 lengths back in third. Moonday Sun shading fourth spot on the outside of Plint. Manila For You next with Thomas Edison in a 2.5 length break to Rashan. As they continue up the far side, they're approaching the next flight, which is 4 from home. Ivan Grozny leads by almost 5 lengths. Clondalk Warrior second, Kitten Rock third, then Moonday Sun in fourth position, followed by Plint, Thomas Edison, Manila For You and Rashan at the back. Heading on to the next, Ivan Grozny out in front, Clondalk Warrior on the inside of disputing the second spot with Kitten Rock, a break of almost 4 then to Moonday Sun, and they're followed by Thomas Edison and Plint, and a long break to the other pair, Rashan and Manila For You, as they make the turn and head for the straight. 2 flights to jump when they swing in. Ivan Grozny leads by just about 2 lengths, chased by Clondalk Warrior. On the outside, Kitten Rock, Moonday Sun. The grey is in fourth and chasing them. Then Plint and Thomas Edison with the red cap as they make the turn and face the second last flight. Ivan Grozny leads, chased by Kitten Rock towards the outside with the white cap. Clondalk Warrior over towards the inner. The grey is Moonday Sun. Plint has improved, but away from the second last. Ivan Grozny out in front, challenged now by Plint down the stand side. Kitten Rock behind them, and they've stretched on as they come down to the final flight. Ivan Grozny the far side, Plint challenging, and just the leader as they jump the last. Plint has gone on from Ivan Grozny. Kitten Rock is third. Plint out in front for Jody McGarvey and stretching on. Kitten Rock staying on to deny Ivan Grozny the second spot, but Plint wins the Kevin McManus Bookmaker Grimes Hurl from Kitten Rock, Ivan Grozny, a break to Thomas Edison, Moonday Sun and Clondalk Warrior.
Well, this is a race, obviously, that's quite close to JP McManus's heart, and what a result for the leading owner there. Ran 4. Manila For You was out the back, admittedly, but Plint winning it for the second time. Scored here a couple of years ago and gets the better of Ivan Grozny, who looked going by the stands with a circuit to go as if he already had his rivals in a spot of bother. He was jumping really slickly, but ultimately he just didn't have anything left when the challenges did materialize in the straight, and Plint has powered away. Actually, it wasn't this race that Plint won a couple of years ago. My apologies. He won the race in October on Arc Day. But it's a second big prize for him here. Ivan Grozny just made a mess of that second last hurdle, just when he could have done with a fluent leap just to keep the pressure on. Kitten Rock had never been too far away, but it was Plint up on the outside who took his measure in between the final 2. And Jody McGarvey steering him to victory. And plenty of promise in the run of Thomas Edison in behind as well. He's kept on into fourth without ever threatening, and looks as though he could be set up nicely again for another tilt at the Galway Hurdle. Plint at 16-1 though, guys. Another surprise result in our feature event.
Thanks, Gary. Certainly was a surprise. Plint, he's a course and distance winner twice over now, and that's just a 6th win of the season for Jody McGarvey, having had such a good performance last year in the plate, particularly towards the back end of the season. 16-1 the price about the winner. Kitten Rock second at 5-1. Ivan Grozny back in third at even money in the feature. In terms of the hurdles anyway, the Grimes Hurdle, the Grade 3. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more analysis of the big race and of course more from Bellewstown and Tipperary.